Hey guys, well I just thought as I'm sitting here washing up a few of the dishes that I don't put in the dishwasher, a little household update for you. I don't know, maybe that's too loud with the water running, sorry. I wouldn't buy this again. I like it, and I always prefer lemon, you know, when I have dishwashing soap. But I don't like this because of the pump. This is the Method. I got it at Target, and you can see this probably started my issue when I was almost still even half. Because see how, even though it goes all the way to the end, because of the pump, you can't have it tilted at all or does not pump, you can see. Even if the liquid is covering the end of the nozzle, it doesn't pump. So I'm always having to stand, I'll show you here. I have to put it in this side of the sink and have it going straight and shoot it towards the water. Like, I can't have it like this and pump it into the water or it won't pump. So that's really annoying. Anyway, and I like a lot of suds. That's one thing. This suds up a lot, like at first, but it doesn't take no time where then the suds will start dissipating and you will not see them any longer. So anyway, just a little tip, like I was saying, it made me think of it, and I thought if any of you use that, let me know if you have that issue as well, or to give you a heads up, don't buy it because that gets annoying pretty easily. And let me know then while we're talking about this, which dish soap you guys prefer and use. Like I said, I prefer lemon, but let me know what you guys use. Okay, here's a another follow-up kind of thing. When I was just washing this strainer, I noticed it didn't, I had drained ground beef in this last night, and it did not want to come clean with that dish soap. And I think I had noticed that before, that anything like greasy, it just really doesn't want to cut through any grease or anything. I mean, I know it's better for you, but sometimes you need something maybe a little bit more harsh, or it's not going to get anything clean. Anyway, another thing that just reminds me of, I had a few of you ask me when I showed like the turkey burgers and such. A few of you asked me, and especially since I had also shown tacos making turkey meat, do we prefer ground beef or ground turkey? Well, after last night, now I remember why we prefer ground turkey. We had tacos last night and we used ground beef just because that's what I had on hand. I didn't have any turkey. Oh my God, it felt so heavy. I asked my husband that when we went to bed. I'm like, you know, do you think it feels heavy when you eat ground beef? And he was like, yes, definitely. And we've noticed that with other things we eat, when the ground turkey we use in things, whether it's chili or, you know, whatever, you get the better flavor with ground beef, but it's definitely a heavier feeling. I would rather have the ground turkey and season it more if I need to and not have that heavy feeling. I don't like that after I eat. So anyway, just to touch on that, because I know I use a lot of ground turkey, and you know, sometimes I get questions about different things on why I use what, so I just wanted to touch on those two things. I remember in the one vlog where I went shopping, I told you about a dress that I got at Old Navy, and I just realized that I never mentioned or I never showed it to you guys. So this is the dress, and remember I said, oh, it's a perfect, you know, like gator blue. And yes, of course I have the belt hanging with it that I thought I'd probably wear with it for game days. So this is what it looks like at the top. I would leave this untied because that's really unflattering on me or anybody I think with a bigger chest when you have something ruffly or tied up there. And it just has a nice elastic waist, which I love dresses like that because they fit my shape better. And then I always usually put, unless it's like a really casual, like flip-flop kind of day, even so, sometimes I will put a belt just to cover that. So anyway, this is what it looks like. It's just a really nice, soft material. I'm going to back up here so you can see it. A lot of my newer clothes I will hang in this other room. That's why you can see that jacket there. I don't know why this does not want to cooperate. It keeps wanting to move around. So anyway, that is what the dress looks like. And then I also bought this dress recently from Target online. You may have heard me mention that this style of dress with the ruffle like this, I really like from Target. I have 2 of them. I like this, and I don't mind the ruffle because it's with a print. It's not something separate, so you don't notice it that much, and it doesn't like emphasize an already kind of large chest. Again, it has the elastic at the waist. It's just a really lightweight material. These dresses are perfect for the summertime because you can just throw them on, you'll stay cool. I have a few pictures of me wearing them on the blog if you want to check them out, what they look like on. I was hoping they would get them again this year. And it was funny because last year I didn't end up picking up one of the patterns I wanted. It was a navy blue with these tiny little multicolored dots in it. And it was so pretty, and I was so mad at myself. I checked like numerous Targets for that stupid dress. I never could find it. So as soon as I saw they had more, which I think 2 patterns online so far, I bought one. This is like a really deep, it's showing up kind of blue in this light, but it's actually like a really deep purple. Kind of a purple blue. And like I said, it's just nice. The print is nice and tight, so it's not anything too crazy or loud. You could put a belt with it if you want. It's one of those things I pair with flip-flops or wedges or something, depending on what I'm doing. Depending on what I'm doing. But anyway, you know, I'm kind of in that spring dress mode, and when I come across things, I pick them up. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that because I forgot that I never did. So my update on my Juvederm and Latisse and Botox video just went live a few minutes ago. That's always a video, like even when I did my first one, you know, even though I explained why I did it, and I got a lot of great feedback. I so appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. You know, when you put up kind of a personal video like that, and you know me, I always kind of feel the need to over-explain everything. Just because I like people to have like a backstory of why I'm doing something, you know, but, you know, when you put up a personal video like that about struggles you have or insecurities or issues, you know, it's kind of always a, you know, hesitant moment, or at least for me, and most of you are always extremely nice in your comments, so I really appreciate that. Anyway, for those of you that saw on one of the vlogs that I was going to get touch-up, and I had a few of you ask me if I ever got the touch-up, that's what this video is, and what I explain, you know, my touch-ups, what I had done. Anyway, along with that, I ordered these shoes. This is from, let's see here, the brand new People Style watch that just came out. I always love the spring editions, but I have to say last month I was so disappointed in that issue. I flew through it and it wasn't very good. This issue is pretty good. I've been looking for some shoes like this. I would actually rather have a platform on them a little bit just because it's easier to walk in. But just, you know, the one plain simple band across the foot, you know, covers a little bit in the back, and then just a plain ankle strap. Well, I actually saw some the other day at Belk. Steve Madden has some new ones out. But the ankle strap was so tight and so uncomfortable, they were ridiculous. So anyway, I mean, I have looked everywhere. And every time I find some that like somebody just randomly posts something, or I see some, I saw a pair from Victoria's Secret that I'm like, oh, these are fantastic. I'm going to get them. They even had the platform. No, they're sold out in my size. Everything's always sold out in my size. I wear a 7, by the way, sometimes 6.5. So I was just cruising through the magazine when I just got it, and I saw these. Now these are much more inexpensive. They're only $25. I'm not sure why they say 17 because they weren't when I looked them up. So I ended up ordering these. I'll let you guys know how I like them. And then in the meantime, if I find a more, you know, expensive pair or nicer pair that I prefer, especially with a little bit of platform, then I'll go ahead and get those. And if you've seen my Pinterest lately, so if anybody comes across something like that, definitely give me a shout out on Twitter or Facebook and let me know where you saw them, because I'm still in the market. Like I said, I don't even know if these are going to work. And even if they do, I'd probably like either a backup or like a nicer pair. I just want something like this that can go with pants, dresses. Some of my shoes, my dressier shoes, are so specific that, you know, I just can't pull them out and just wear with everything, you know, if that makes sense. So, and I'm kind of in a little bit of a rush because I'd like them before we go on vacation next month. So I don't love this. I showed this in my Instagram. This is the new Milani lipsticks. This is in Fruit Punch. I actually did a comparison because I have the Fruit Punch gloss, and when you swatch them, you know, on my hand, they look very similar. However, the color does not look the same on the lips, and actually I think it looks really cheap. Get it up? It looks beautiful in the tube. I really like it, but I don't like the formula either. I don't know, it just looks cheap to me on the lips. And I've seen other people swatch them and they look beautiful. So maybe it's just me or my skin coloring, which is weird. Like I said, I can wear the gloss and they look very similar colors. But the lipstick, the formula is one of those, you know, you always have like a ring in the inside of your mouth and on the corners it gathers. I don't know, it's like it doesn't adhere enough to your lips or something. Okay, so this is what we're going to have for dinner tonight because we couldn't decide, nothing sounded good, and I've mentioned before, I always try to keep certain things on hand just for those nights, you know, because I may have dinner planned out. I usually try to have something planned at least 3 nights out of the week. I mean, whether that start usually like on a Sunday, and then I just have things on hand for those nights. We don't know, because I may have something planned. Well, then when it comes down to it, maybe we've had a late lunch or we're just not feeling that. So I'll postpone that to another night. So this is one of the things we always have on hand, is a veggie burger, and we like the Griller's Prime. And I think they taste pretty good. We like them, like I said. We've also had the chicken ones. I don't eat these a whole lot just because they do have a lot of soy in them, and I try to kind of stay away from soy. And then we also have the Alexia sweet potato fries. We've had different versions of these, and I think we've come to the conclusion we like the waffle cut ones better. I think they kind of crisp up a little better. But I like the sweet potato. They're very like filling, and you know, obviously they're better for you than regular potatoes. So this is what we get. I pretty much find these in every grocery store nowadays. They're all natural. Okay, so this is the final product. We didn't have tomato. We only had little tomatoes, and we've tried to cut those up before and put them on a sandwich, and they're just a pain. So we just went without tomato. So basically cheese, lettuce. I put mine on the little sandwich round, just less bread that way. The fries. Here's what hubby's looks like. His is just on a regular whole wheat bun, which of course looks a little nicer and a little more like an actual hamburger, and fries. So anyway, just simple night, paper plating it, you know, watching TV, that kind of night. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.